and learned so much from her. And because I was very young then, so so I needed a lot of experience to expose my lifestyle and then exposed to different level of the event designs and weddings and parties and open up my heart through her. And she taught me so much. She didn't actually teach me anything, but I can see what she does. She explained to me every single thing every day, what she wanted. From there, I learned and how to, moved on and to different level of the weddings and parties, and that's how I learned. So you needed to have a mentor in your life, and I have that, and I'm always grateful for that.
Who was your first celebrity client that you did on your own?
Actually, it's not that my own, but I done a lot of celebrity weddings. But recently, Quentin Tarantino, as you know, there's a big time producer. When he had a wedding, and he actually required me because he married this beautiful lady from Israel, and he said, you do a lot of Jewish weddings. I said yes, and you are very hot to something unique and different because I don't want to have a huge wedding. I can't have even 5,000 people that I want to, but I want something small, intimate, one of kind of weddings. So and then I said, okay, no problem. So my clients are pretty much all Jewish clientele, around the world, and so funny thing is, I'm an Asian person, and living in Beverly Hills, and also my clients, a lot of them that are Jewish. So I adopt a lot of Judaisms in my life, and from there to move on to Jewish weddings. So I'm very pro doing the Jewish weddings. So then led to something else and move on to. So that made a huge difference in my life.
How did you, well, if you could do any celebrity, like is there a celebrity that you haven't worked with that you would just love to get your hands on?
You know, Actually, you're talking like Kim Kardashian. When I met her, she was 12 years old, and Kris Jenner was my great client for many years. So from that, I met so many different celebrities as well. So the Kardashian families, Kris Jenner, and from there, so a lot of different people that along the way. But as when you work with a lot of celebrities, to me, I take it as a job, not as like, oh my God, she is like a celebrity. I'm gonna work with her. I don't really feel like that because they want me because I am very detail oriented wedding planner and party planner that I can create something spectacular. Like Lisa Vanderpump, which is my best friend now. I love her dearly. When I do anything for her, I don't really don't treat her like she's because of celebrity. I treat her like she's my client. I do as like I have to divide. There's a professionalism and a personal lifestyle. So when I do the job, I just take it very seriously. It doesn't matter who they are. Is it a celebrity or a billionaire or just whatever normal person they're having a weddings? It doesn't make any difference to me. The job is a job, creating something different for what I love to do, and this is my thing. So there's no difference.
You don't get starstruck, Kevin Lee?
You know, be honest with you, I just last March I did governor's ball for Oscar. This most biggest events of the year,
Yeah.
and I used to do Emmys for last 25 years. So when you've done so many these most biggest events in the world, I can say with you can meet all the celebrities you want. Over the years, you know you just get used to it so much. Instead of meeting this celebrity, that celebrity is working with all the time, it gets very just like instead of just like okay excited, I get more like a grounded. Okay, this is a job that I have to produce, and that is another day just to have to make my client happy. So I treat them as like my special client, but I don't feel like, oh my God, they're celebrities because they're the specials, have to make special things. No, I don't feel that way. I don't get excited, but I get excited because I get to do something spectacular, weddings and parties. Yeah, for sure.
What's it like working with like Kim and Kris and the Kardashians? What are they like as clients?
Kris is so sweet, such a wonderful lady. I mean, when be honest with you, when you look at the Hollywood from outside, it's so glamorous and it's so huge, as you see. But when you get into, personal level, it's just like you and I. We're talking. You and I, because we never met each other before, but I can see you my best friend in the future.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just like that. It's just when it comes to personal level, it is all the same as, who they are. You know what I mean? Because we are reaching to our, like our personal level of the talking, and it's the personal level of like doing a business together. So it's just, what, because we all from nothing and to something. So we know
Yeah.
our root, and we know from there to move down to something spectacular. Yes, of course, we love to be on top of the world and be so spectacular doing things, and on top of the world that is the most throwing the money that you just there's no tomorrow. Yes, it's a spectacular. At the same time, there is as like we living through our life, that it is always like a protocol that you have to do certain things you have to do right. So it doesn't matter to me. Excuse me. So I just did bar mitzvah for one of my clients, and she's a multi-billionaire, and she threw the most gorgeous bar mitzvah, and she was wearing like $150,000 gown, and she looked absolutely stunning. But she's also came to be my personal friend as well. So I get excited doing something spectacular, but it's at the end, it's another day that I'm doing my professional job. It's not that I'm just doing this because they are a celebrity or anything, because they're a billionaire or anything. I don't feel that way. I get excited doing a job more than because who they are.
Right.
It does make a difference to me who they are. I'm just excited because I'm doing this spectacular weddings and parties.
Are you able to sometimes they say doctors make the worst patients. Are you able to, you look at like, say like a Courtney and a Travis wedding, or a Kim and Kyle, are you able to like look at a wedding that you didn't do and maybe say, great? Or are you secretly like, I would have done this differently. I would have done this.
Actually, you asking very personal question that I don't want to say, but I couldn't say. Of course, as an artist like I am, I'm very creative. I'm a designer. When you look at things, I see pro and cons. I said when I see, okay, they did this. This is a motive. This is a theme. That's what they're going through. So for instance, when I go to shopping, go to like a Gucci store, I go to like a Dior store, I go to like a Prada store or Hermes store. Going to shopping is fun. That 90% of it, what I do more than buying a merchandise, I looking at the decor, what's going on around the world, what's the decors out there, what people are trying to do, because things are changing constantly. In the design world, it's a fashionable thing changing constantly all the time. I like to catch that as what's going on, because I love design. I love creating something spectacular. So, when I go to shopping, looking at more than just buying a piece of like whatever I'm buying, I just looking at the decor,